So, Brian Livingston,
Yes,
you
sir.
are the executive director of the Highway 80 Rescue Mission, and to
Yes, sir.
which you guys have a specific program designed for people who, in short, to turn their life around, right? And so,
Yeah.
tell me just a bit about that and what the goal is in having this system.
Yeah. Well, actually, our goal, our desire for everyone that comes into our shelter is that they can experience life transformation. We want to help people identify what barriers have caused them to be in the homeless state that they find themselves in, and help them overcome those, and be able to move back out and be self sufficient and independent, and just get on with their lives without having to depend on someone else for a handout. So we have a couple ways we do that. One are our guest ministries. Every single person that comes in the door, we have a case management plan with them, where we sit down and our case managers try to identify, okay, what's got you in this situation. For some, it's a disability. For some, it's just they don't manage money well. For some, it's some tragic event has happened in life. But whatever the case may be, our case managers then work with them to let's see if we can overcome these things, and get you to a point where you can secure an income, budget that income, and then get housing for yourself. Part of our program, a major part of our program, is a recovery program for drug and alcohol addictions, that we have for both men and women. Because a lot of the folks that we see that come into shelter, that is the obstacle, is that they can't stay off of the drugs, or they can't stay off of the alcohol, and they finally get to the point where they realize that we got to do something different. And so we have a 10-month program that we walk through with them, and basically teach them to exchange that addiction to a substance with a dependency on Christ. And then the same things that we do with everyone else is, okay, let's now secure an income, let's secure a job, let's secure disability if that's what it is, and learn how to budget that money, and use those resources to get independent living. So that's kind of in a nutshell what we do and how we do it.
Absolutely. And you guys need donations in this regard.
Mhm.
So tell me just a bit about what you guys need to help them out in this system.
Right. Well, whenever we get to a point where folks are moving out, whether it's because they've worked through the case management program, or whether they've graduated the program, the alcohol and drug recovery program, they've got nothing most of the time. They've got no furniture, they've got no dishes, they've got the things that you and I take for granted, that we can just go home and throw a bowl in the microwave. Well, they don't have a microwave or a bowl. Uh, so we try to help get them started on the right foot, by turning to our neighbors and asking for donations. We don't necessarily we don't always publicize all the things we need, because we don't have a place to store it. So it's kind of got to be a as they're moving out kind of thing. But Dawn Duncan is our donor relations coordinator there at Highway 80 in Longview, and she does a great job of coordinating with donors, and making sure that she gets lists of what people need, and she can then relay that if people call in, and just let them know, hey, we got this individual that needs a bed, or this individual needs a dresser or cookware, or whatever the case may be. But those are generally, it's just general household item kind of things that we try to help them get a jump start on those things, because many of the folks that come through our shelter, they've got nothing when they leave.
Yeah.
So it's just trying to set them up well.
Yeah, absolutely. Just with those general household items, that,
Right. Mm-hmm.
everyday people can take for granted, and yeah, I completely get that. And so as far as giving, what's the best way for someone to give? Is it actually providing these couches, beds, or is it giving to y'all's funds, maybe online via y'all's portal on the website?
Right. Well, financial donations are always welcome. We welcome those. Those more help us care for the folks and get them to this point. When they get to the point of moving out, calling Dawn, her number there at the mission is 903-759-8101, and her extension is 221. Giving her a call and saying, hey, I've got an extra mattress, I've got an extra bed, I've got whatever you may have. Is there someone that needs it? And then we can coordinate. We can store it for a short time there at the mission. We just don't have the facilities to collect those donations on an ongoing basis. So we kind of have to know where they're going before we accept them, because we don't want them to go to waste. We don't want them to get damaged, and we just don't have the space to keep things. But calling Dawn for those individuals that are moving out and finding out what exactly they need, and if you happen to have it, we'll coordinate getting it to the folks.
Okay, absolutely. Is there something you think I didn't touch on that you'd like to speak on, or something of importance?
No, I think you've nailed it, but I always love to take the opportunity to just thank our East Texas neighbors. Every time, whether it's food needs at the mission or whether it's, clothing or in situations like this where we've got people moving out, that this is a really amazing community that goes above and beyond taking care of their neighbors that are less fortunate. So I just want to say thank you to all those in East Texas that are giving financially, that are donating food, that are coming out and volunteering their time. It means the world to us that we couldn't do what we do without that assistance. So thank you, East Texas.